Authors Plus.
Hi, I'm Lisa and I'm here at the Authors Press stand at London Book Fair 2022 with Chuck Champlin. How are you today, Chuck?
I'm doing very well. It's good to be with you.
Can you tell me a little something about yourself?
Well, I'm an author and a journalist. I worked for the Walt Disney Company for a time, and I'm very proud to be at the London Festival of Books with my two books, Think Like a Molecule and One.
It's lovely to have you here. Can you tell me something about Think Like a Molecule?
Well, this is a book that was inspired by my mother, who was a scientist, and she got me thinking about science. She has a doctorate, a PhD, has a history in the history of science, so I was inspired to write Think Like a Molecule, thinking about everything that she had done. Also thinking about being at the Walt Disney Company, because I have talked in my book about a molecule of thought, which is kind of a twinkle, a moment of aha. So I just was very inspired thinking about science and just about how we can perhaps be better thinkers and be aware of our own intelligence and our inspirations.
I was just going to say, your mum's been a great inspiration to you, I guess.
She has been.
So you've already answered my next question. What inspired you to write this beautiful book? And it was probably your mum.
Well, also just my affection for science. I was a big fan of a man named Carl Sagan, who talked about billions and billions of stars in the universe. So he inspired me with his book, The Dragons of Eden, about where our consciousness came from, where our history of people came from.
Oh, wow. Fascinating. What are your goals to writing this book, and what do you want to teach the reader?
Well, I really want people to be aware of their own process of thinking, their own moments of when they are inspired, when they are also thinking about what it is that they want to accomplish. Having a kind of a awareness of your own power as a thinking person. When you think that molecules grew up into people, molecules are thinking. So we're thinking like molecules know how to think. They learn to do it. So I'm trying to inspire people to be aware of their own foundations in matter that brought them to life. So I think that's what the idea is behind the book for me.
Fascinating. That's great. How do you see writing? As a hobby or a passion?
Oh, it's both of those for sure. It's a passion. I think many people write in journals, just write down their inspirations. I like to do subconscious writing or intuitive writing where you just see what comes out, and I've written a lot of fun poems that way. But I think it's certainly a skill that you have to develop and work on, and I think therefore it's a passion. Just all of the journals that I've written over my years are my own history. I think there ought to be a law. Everybody should write their own memoir so we have a chance to know who these people were on the planet. We've got 7 billion of us now on the planet.
Absolutely. We've all got a story to tell about something.
That's exactly right.
Absolutely. So, completely aside from that, do you Google yourself?
Oh, not very often, It's just I know pretty much what I've had to say. What I like to do once in a while is see what people are telling me about the book. A good friend of mine wrote a review on Amazon, and so I'm very pleased to go look that up and see what a friend said about the book. And luckily, she was quite favorable about it.
That's good. Okay. What works best for you? Typewriters, fountain pen, dictation, computer, or longhand?
Oh, I think usually longhand. I really like to just write things down, and I'm absolutely unstoppable when it comes to writing notes when I'm inspired by something. Any piece of paper, I'll write on the back of a blank check or whatever, just any place where there's some white paper. So that, but then sometimes I'll go take it and very carefully type it up, and then you can go through it, edit it, and go back to the computer and improve it and so on. So it's what you call an iterative process. You kind of keep working at it and try it again and try it again.
And it seems kind of more pure. I think when you write pen and paper, it seems purer and more real, I think, when you write it from.
Well, but the computers are so real these days, so I'm really good at composing on a computer, but also there is that intuition, the contact between the pen and down to the surface of the paper.
Absolutely.
That is sort of a beautiful thing. So, but I like it all, really.
Good. Okay. How's your experience experience been working with Authors Press?
Oh, they've been just terrific. You know, they're kind of close to me in the San Francisco Bay Area, they've just been very friendly and I think done a great job of designing the book and promoting me on their authorial magazine. I'm really pleased about all of that. So they really are very loyal to me and have been bringing me to this London Book Festival, and I'm going to be at the Frankfurt Festival, and I went to Guadalajara, Mexico, all thanks to Authors Press. So that's been a great experience for me.
So, and a busy schedule for you, which is good.
Absolutely. Meeting the nicest people.
Does your family support your career as a writer?
Well, actually, they inspired me. My dad was an author, and he was a film critic for the Los Angeles Times and wrote several books. And my mother was a doctorate in science, and she wrote a book as well. So I definitely feel like I come from a family of writers. It's really nice to be in that lineage.
Yeah,
part
absolutely.
of that safety in numbers, you know.
Where can we find your books?
Oh, they're available on Amazon and wherever fine books are sold. Also, certainly through Authors Press. But yes, I'd look for Think Like a Molecule, or my other book, Wand, is very successful as well, and I'm very pleased to have written that novel. So Wand or Think Like a Molecule, both of them available
on Amazon.
On Amazon, correct, yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Jack, for the time. I hope you enjoy yourself in London and enjoy the rest of the book fair.
This has been great. I really appreciate your time and your interest. Good questions. And really nice to be in London. You can hear the noise, the hubbub. It's really quite a fantastic centre.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to meet you. Thank you.